Hi guys, welcome back to this African perspective. Okay guys, so today we're going to be checking out videos about the Met Gala that has already happened, about a week ago or so. But yeah, so after it happened, right, a lot of people actually went like on TikTok. It's really started going really viral where many people are actually like, hey, like we're actually very tired of the celebrity worship. We're tired of worshiping the celebrities due to, I think a lot of people are kind of waking up with the whole economy and they're like, why are we even over here celebrating these people? Why they do not really care about us? Like we're just here starving and suffering, and all they're doing is prancing around in different type of glamorous outfits, and even the entry price to the Met Gala is $75,000. Money that most majority of Americans are not even getting paid that a year. Many people are getting lower than that, and they're like, hey, like this is something that we really need to think about. So blocking celebrities, for those people who actually follow celebrities, I want to give a big shout out to Owens Daniels for always supporting this channel, for always sending me super thanks. I really appreciate you so much. God bless you, and I hope and I pray that your pocket never run out. I hope you keep getting blessed. Please make sure you click the like button. Liking this video actually helps with the algorithm, and I really appreciate that so much. Let's get right into this video.
Met Gala tickets are $75,000. Actually, let me rephrase this. Celebrities pay $75,000 to sit around in this echo chamber of their own fucking narcissism while they congregate in their little District 1 inspired outfits while they're serviced by District 12. And then they'll have the nerve to try and relate to us on some personal level like they know the average American, and they're gonna tell us who to vote for and what to fucking do with our lives. And I have one thing to say about these fucking people. They have no conception of reality. They don't live in it. $75,000 fucking dollars. $75,000. $75,000. I had to relocate because it's hot outside. I hate to burst this bubble, but celebrity worship is over. We fucking hate you guys. So let them eat cake.
Hi, history teacher and major here, and in case you didn't understand how incredibly tone deaf and violent that little cutesy video Haley made, I am here to explain it to you. You see, the originator of that phrase was Marie Antoinette. She was French nobility right before the French Revolution. The 1% had run the French economy into the ground. Sound familiar? Working class, everyday French people were dying, starving to death, doing anything they could to scrape by. All the while, French nobility, the 1%, were living it up, quite literally eating cake. Marie Antoinette thought it would be funny to poke fun at those working class French people by saying, let them come up to the palace if they're so hungry and have some cake. So compare that to today, how American people are quite literally saying, hey, we should not be having these frivolous parties when our country is quite literally funding genocides around the world, and the 1% have ignored us. And Haley thought it would be advantageous to take that historical context, knowing that historical context, and make a little video like that. Oh, and I should probably remind you that Marie Antoinette's head was separated from her body via the way of guillotine during the French Revolution. That'll be important later. So Haley doubled down. She said, I wanted to clarify that I used that sound because my dress was Marie Antoinette themed. Why in the seven hells? Because, again, I'm not going to give her the benefit of the doubt because she's a grown-ass adult who knows the context of what she's doing. She did it on purpose. So, for her to make a dress that is Marie Antoinette themed is already out of pocket. But then to make a video talking about let them eat cake, she knew exactly what she was doing. She didn't get the reaction that she wanted, and now she's trying to backtrack. I would never use this sound for any other meaning. That's heartbreaking. Why would you use that sound to begin with? With our country literally going down the pooper. And you going to the Met Gala. I think she forgot about the part where Marie Antoinette was, eat the rich.
Let them eat cake. Take a slice to go. Eat it with a plastic fork while you drive down the road to your second job, the one you just picked up because your landlord wants to take a vacation to France. So your rent has doubled the same time the government has started to demand that you start to pay your student loans back. That debt you took on so you wouldn't have to work around the clock. Let them eat cake. Since produce has tripled in price, I heard that a box of Betty Crocker is only $2.99. Or the CEO of Kellogg's recently mentioned cereal is nice. I wouldn't know since I haven't had anything other than Air One avocado toast for breakfast since 2021. Relax, it's just a dumb video. It's all in good fun. Let them eat cake. You say this without a second thought, so far removed from the people who raised you up, on a platform you could choose to use for good. But celebrities and politicians and now the news look away while our rights, our livelihoods, and our reason to be get stripped away. We work 2 and 3 jobs just for our tax dollars to pay for a genocide of a people a world away. Men, women, and children who have done nothing but try and overcome an apartheid regime set in place by us. We preach democracy, but when the people try and speak, they are met with a National Guard and a militarized police. Eat cake while you can, at your galas and inside your mansions, because the people are growing tired and have already started rising. Cake is for celebrations, and I can't wait for the day we celebrate with a big slice to commemorate the fall of a system where the wealthy hoard resources and turn a blind eye to the devastation that surrounds them, the homeless, the starving, and the weak. A change is coming. Now instead of cake, it's the rich we want to eat.
The Met Gala is doing absolutely nothing for me this year. I don't give a fuck about celebrities. I don't want to see them. I don't give a fuck what they're wearing. I don't give a fuck who they came with. I don't give a fuck if they're having a good time. I don't give a fuck what they ate. I don't give a fuck about nobody on that red carpet. Fuck.
When we block their social media accounts and completely forget their names, they lose it all.
Somebody with more capacity than I should organize an action where like every week we focus on one celebrity and we try to get as many people to block that celebrity on as many platforms as we can. And week by week, we just go down a list and just systematically block all of these celebrities. I wonder what that would do. Just a thought.
So with all this whole thing that's going on, there are a few celebrities actually came out. As you know, you would actually think that with all this like people uproar, there's going to be like a lot of celebrities losing their followers, but no, that is not happening. But they are losing just a few amount. But with that being said, there's actually many that I think a few celebrities that actually came out and they were like, hey, like you all please like don't think that these celebrities have the power to actually talk on some certain issues. They don't have the power or capability of stopping some stuff, because you all need to know who you're directing all this anger towards. And then some people actually responded and they were like, hey, we know you don't have the power to stop the things that are going on, right? But we know that the people that are standing behind you, the ones that are hidden, that are there controlling you, are using you. So we rather just pounce our anger on you so they can know our anger, because we know they are right behind you. So that is just more of me trying to phrase what they mean by that. As some of you might already know, like these celebrities do not have the power to stop your starvation, but they do have like the followers to actually talk about the poverty, the inflation, and everything, like how many people are actually struggling. They have the power to use their followers to actually speak up. But why would they speak up? Because you want them to be cancelled. And some say like if you receive enough money, you've already made so much money in your life, why are you still afraid to actually talk, to speak out on things that are going on? Why do they feel that way? And it's like, people really do not ever feel like they have enough. Like there's never enough money. Like if you think there's enough money, don't you think that all these billionaires that are doing a lot of stuff that they're doing, or the way they are racking up the cost of living, these people have enough money, but it's just something that is not enough for them. Like rich people never feel like it's ever enough. Like that money, they will still keep trying to suck it out and get it for as much as they can till they die.
Let them eat cake.
Who told you that was a good idea? It's content like this that just solidifies the fact that influencers of this caliber are just living in a completely different reality. I don't know how much this influencer makes, but given the fact that getting a seat at the Met Gala is like $75,000, I imagine a lot. The economy nowadays is so terrible that the majority of people nowadays are just scraping by. This right here is so tone deaf.
So funny. If you're on TikTok, like there's just thousands of videos of kids now, obviously left-leaning, being like, we don't care about the Met Gala, you're a horrible person, there's wars going on, we can't afford to live, it's $75,000 a ticket. It's like, oh, congrats, you guys are finally waking up. Are you guys all the same people that voted for someone who has no idea where he is, and you thought he'd run a country well? The country's a business. Who cares about mean tweets? You want someone who does well in business in charge of the country. That's what this is. But you didn't like the mean tweets. Now you're all suffering and you're all poor and you're all sad that the celebrities are out spending $75,000 on tables and don't care. They don't care about the war going on. They don't care about what's happening over here. They've never cared. They've never cared. You're just realizing it. They're rich. They have great lives. And when they do go and make statements, it's because they're pretending not to care so they can make more money. You made them famous. Now you don't like the outcome.
Let them eat cake.
Hey, Raph, I'm a teacher and I can barely afford to pay rent with my salary.
Okay, cool. So I'm having to move out of my house because I can't afford rent.
A woman says she's exhausted by the fact that she can't afford rent even though she's cut back on eating.
You're actually fucking drowning financially as a single 29-year-old. We can't afford milk. We can't afford eggs. We can't afford our rent. We can't afford...
Here are some things I have to give up because I can no longer...
Things I've given up in this economy as a stay-at-home.
Things I have to give up because I can no longer afford them.
People are having their finances crippled by this economy.
Eat cake. So, Marie Antoinette is allegedly meant to have said, let them eat cake in response to the plight of the peasants who had no bread and no food to eat.
Let them eat cake.
This is it. This is the most dystopian clip from the Met Gala last night. Her, Miss Ariana, being carried in by men dressed as peasants. The other rich elitists sitting at their tables eating their dinner as she performs with her beautiful voice and her immaculate costumes in front of priceless works of art that were probably stolen, no less. Then some random TikToker is telling us to go eat cake. What's great, though, is when they eventually remake the Hunger Games, they can just use this footage.
The world has always been about class and how there's like this segregation with class. People who like are living in a whole different world, who cannot understand your problems, are living in their own life, and some will literally tell you that, wait, do you guys think that these people should actually, because you're suffering or you're starving, you think they should also be suffering, or they should just stop enjoying what they worked hard for, the achievement that they have? Should they do that for you? And it's like, no, nobody's asking them to do that. I think more of what people want is just for them to speak up on some certain issues that is happening. But either way, I feel like sometimes like some people are actually high up there. The life that they are living, what they have going on for themselves, is absolutely different from what you're going through. So they cannot even fathom or understand what you're going through. You can tell them, but doesn't mean that everybody that have empathy or have the power or ability to actually, empathize with you and feel like, hey, like I kind of understand what you're going through, I feel you. No, many of them, if you notice, like the government, literally people will be saying, hey, like we're starving, we're not okay, we need money, we need to be taken care of, at least we need some help or stuff like that is going on. And it's like they'd be like, we just don't worry, everything is okay, we think the economy is okay. You see them giving numbers of how most people are employed and most things are going on, and it's like, wait, like the people are actually saying something different. Why are you saying something different? So that really tells you the kind of the whole distance and difference in how these people think as to how you think and what you're going through, your struggles. Doesn't mean that they do not know what you're going through, but the problem is, do they really care?
Did you know that every year the Met Gala has a theme? I, for one, did not know that because I don't give a shit about the Met Gala and I don't give a shit about celebrities. But this year's theme, I found it a bit funny, especially with Hailey Bailey's video over there. The theme this year was the Garden of Time. Ever heard of it? Me either. So I checked it out. Let me tell you the story. So there's this very wealthy husband and wife, a count and a countess, and they have a giant, beautiful home, all of the things, beautiful gardens surrounding it, beautiful walls surrounding it, and he has a special, bush or rose tree. And the flowers on that tree are magical, and every time you pull one of those flowers off, it slows down time. Well, one day the count and countess see from a distance a giant mob of working class people, and they are coming to essentially them. Because, you know, large, struggling, working class, you know, and they have these few elite up top. So what do? They pick the flowers to slow down time so that mob isn't going to make it to them as fast as they would normally. But guess what happens? They run out of flowers. They can no longer slow down time, so then the large group of working class people come and destroy their home. They destroy everything. And all that's left behind are 2 statues of a man and a woman and a flower. Isn't that odd? See, I don't know about any of you, but seeing that the Met Gala is going on at the same time as a genocide, and you have the working class outside protesting the Met Gala, while inside the building you have those elite that paid $75,000 for a ticket and $300,000 for a table. And then you got old Haley Bailey over there, let them eat cake. And then she's like, wait a minute, no, the sound is just the sound. My theme was Marie Antoinette. Exactly, Haley Bailey, we know. I find it all just a bit coincidental, don't you? I don't know. I think that's odd that was the theme with everything that's going on in the world. But I want you to understand something and truly listen when I say this. They are running out of flowers. We see it. We are no longer idolizing these celebrities. They are almost out of those little magic flowers to slow everyone down. Don't stop, people. Don't stop.
So you know that the Met Gala is a charity event, right? So I was curious, what is this charity for? Where is all this money going? So I Googled it. It says the beneficiary is the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute. So the beneficiary is the costume department of the Met. So originally, this whole Met Gala started as a $50 event. And you know the tickets are $75,000 each. And then it says the minimum cost at the table is $350,000. And it says in this article that they make more than the Super Bowl. The media value of the Met Gala is $543 million because they don't just make money off of tickets for their tables and their entrance fees or whatever it is. They also give away or sell media rights. They even sold live stream ad spaces to the event for $1 million each. $543 million, higher than the Super Bowl. That money is going to make sure costumes stay nice in a room. Anna Wintour, when she got involved, they started getting more charity, I guess. And she's saying the most visible and successful charity events in the world? All for costumes? For the costume department of the Met, $543 million a year for 1 year for the costume department of the Met. Because when Anna Wintour joined, first time after the 2019 event, they're passing $200 million for the first time. Okay. My bad, I read that wrong. The media value is $543 million higher than the Super Bowl. Higher than the Super Bowl, meaning more than the Super Bowl. So that's not the total amount of the money, it's added to. Yo, that's white feminism at its best. White feminism. So Met Gala, $543 million more than the Super Bowl to make sure costumes stay nice in a room. Can somebody please explain? Make this make sense.
Yeah, a lot of things that the government have the power to do, but they'll tell you that they do not have the power to do it. They don't have the ability to do it or change it, but it's just all a lie. But to be honest, I feel like if only the government could try their best to even make at least a little bit of attempts to help with the market controls and, market control, try to make sure that all these corporations are not racking or price gouging so badly, and that will really help a lot. It will reduce stuff with the rent and everything that people are paying for places if they could actually control them. make something and tell them to stop doing what they're doing, and before you know it, everything will at least go back to being a little bit normal, at least in some areas in life. But it's like there's just no assistance and no help, just a deaf ear that's being turned on the people, and so that is the result of what you're seeing right now. But anyways guys, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching this video to the end. I really appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you please click the like button, and that really helps with the algorithm so much, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. I will see you on the next one. Bye.